the simple life. A cottage small is all I'm after, not one that's spacious and wide. A house that rings with joy and laughter, the ones you love inside. Some like the high road, I like the low road, free from the care and strife. Sounds corny and seedy, but yes indeedy, give me the simple life. Why mess around with strife? I never was cut out to step and strut out. Give me the simple life. Some find it pleasant dining on pheasant. Those things roll off my knife. Just serve me tomatoes and mashed potatoes. Give me the simple life. Cottage small is all I'm after, not one that's spacious and wide. A house that rings with joy and laughter, the ones you love inside. Some like the high road, I love the low road, free from the care and strife. Sounds corny and seedy, but yes indeedy, give me the simple life. Sounds corny and seedy, but yes indeedy, give me the simple, please make it simple. Give me the simple life. Give me the simple life.
From the great state of Michigan, once again, my second featured artist, Rick Reuther, continuing from our previous program, Give Me the Simple Life. Shout out to Mike and Gina listening in from sunny Florida this afternoon. We continue with Rick Reuther performing Until the Real Thing Comes Along.
I'd slave for you, I'd be a beggar or a knave for you. Well, that ain't love, it'll have to do till the real thing comes along. Well, I'd gladly move the earth for you to prove my love, dear, and its worth for you. Well, if that ain't love, it'll have to do till the real thing comes along. With all the words, dear, at my command, I just can't make you understand. I'll always love you, darling, come what may. My heart is yours, what more can I say? Well, I'd lie for you, I'd sigh for you, I'd tear the stars down from the sky for you. If that ain't love, it'll have to do till the real thing comes along. for you. I'd be a beggar or a maid for you. If that ain't love, well, it'll have to do till the real thing comes along. Well, I'd gladly move the earth for you to prove my love, dear, and its worth for you. Well, if that ain't love, well, it'll have to do till the real thing comes along. With all the words, dear, at my command, I just can't make you understand. I'll always love you, darling, come what may. My heart is yours. What more can I say? Well, I'd lie for you, I'd cry for you, I'd lay my body down and die for you. If that ain't love, it'll have to do until the real thing, till the real thing, till the real thing comes
Until the Real Thing Comes Along, as performed by, once again, Rick Reuther, who's my second featured artist this afternoon. We continue with Rick Reuther. This is entitled The End of a Love Affair.
So I walk a little too fast, and I drive a little too fast, and I'm reckless, it's true, but what else can you do at the end of a love affair? So I talk a little too much, and I laugh a little too much, and my voice is too loud when I'm out in a crowd, so that people are apt to stare. Do they know, do they care that it's only that I'm lonely and low as can be, and the smile on my face isn't really a smile at all? So I smoke a little too much, and I drink a little too much, and the tunes I request are not always the best, but the ones where the trumpets blare. So I go at a maddening pace, and I pretend that it's taking your place. But what else can you do at the end of a love affair? Do they know, do they care that it's only that I'm lonely and low as can be, and the smile on my face isn't really a smile at all? So I smoke a little too much, and I drink a little too much, and the tunes I request are not always the best, but the ones where the trumpets blare. So I go at a maddening pace, and I pretend that it's taking your place. But what else can you do at the end of a love affair? But what else can you do at the end of a love affair?
The End of a Love Affair with a nice bolero arrangement as performed by Rick Reuther, my second featured artist this afternoon, continuing from our previous program. And let's give a shout out to Mike Williamson, listening from Rockford, Illinois this afternoon. Next track from Rick. This is entitled I'd Never Been in Love Before.
I've never been in love before. Thought my heart was safe. Thought I knew the score. I've never been in love before. Now all at once it's you forevermore. For this is wine that's all too strange and strong. I'm full of foolish song. Out that song must pour. So please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been in love before. Never been in love before. I thought my heart was safe. Thought I knew the score. I've never been in love before. Now all at once it's you forevermore. For this is wine that's all too strange and strong. I'm full of foolish song. Out that song must pour. So please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been in love before. So please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been in love before.
Rick Reuther performing I've Never Been in Love Before. We continue with Rick Reuther, great show tune, one of my favorites. I'm sure it's one of yours as well, the classic On the Street Where You Live.
I have often walked down the street before, but the pavement always stayed beneath my feet before. All at once, am I several stories high, knowing I'm on the street where you live? Are there lilac trees in the heart of town? Can you hear a lark in any other part of town? Does enchantment pour out of every door? No, it's just on the street where you live. And oh, the towering feeling just to know somehow you are near. That overpowering feeling that any second you may suddenly appear, and people stop and stare. They don't bother me, although there's nowhere else on earth that I would rather be. Let the time go by, I don't care if I can be here on the street where you live. Towering feeling just to know that somehow you are near. Oh, that overpowering feeling that any second you may suddenly appear, and people stop and stare. They don't bother me. Oh, there's nowhere else on earth that I would rather be. Let the time go by, I don't care if I can be here on a street where you live. Can be here, can be here, can be here.
A great swinging rendition of the classic On the Street Where You Live, Broadway show tune. Shout out to Frank and Marnie Calamari listening in from the great state of Florida this afternoon. And we continue with Rick Reuther. The next track is entitled Too Marvelous for Words.
You're just too marvelous, marvelous for words, like glorious and glamorous. That old standby amorous, it's all too wonderful. I'll never find the phrase that says enough, tells enough. I mean, they just aren't swell enough. You're much too much, and just too very, very to ever be in Webster's dictionary. And so I'm borrowing a love song from the birds to tell you that you're marvelous, too marvelous for words. Just too marvelous, marvelous for words, like glorious and glamorous, and that old standby amorous. It's all too wonderful. I'll never find the phrase that says enough and tells enough. I mean, they just aren't swell enough. You're much, too much, and just too very, very to ever be in Webster's dictionary. And so I'm borrowing a love song from the birds to tell you that you're marvelous, tell you that you're marvelous, tell you that you're marvelous, too marvelous for words.
Rick Reuther, all the way from the great state of Michigan, performing Too Marvelous for Words, my second featured artist once again this afternoon, continuation from our previous program. And we have 3 more tracks here left from Rick before we go to our third featured artist. The next one is the classic, The Very Thought of You.
The very thought of you, and I forget to do the very ordinary things that everyone ought to do. I'm living in a kind of daydream. I'm happy as a king and foolish, though it seems to me that's everything. The mere idea of you, the longing here for you. You'll never know how slow moments go till I'm near to you. I see your face in every flower and your eyes in stars above. The very thought of you, the thought of you, my love. The very thought of you, and I forget to do the very ordinary things that everyone ought to do. I'm living in a kind of daydream, and I'm happy, happy as a king. And foolish though it seems to me, that's everything. The mere idea of you, the longing here for you. You'll never know how slow moments go till I'm near to you. I see your face in every flower, and your eyes in stars above. The very thought of you, the very thought of you, my love. The very thought of you, very thought of you, my love.
Okay, that very romantic rendition of The Very Thought of You, as performed by, once again, Rick Reuther from the great state of Michigan. We're airing this afternoon here on Lounging with Lombardi with your host, DJ John Lombardi, live from Greater Sydney World, New York, New York. And a shout out to my friend Eric DeLauro, listening in from our neighbors to the west across the Hudson River from the great state of New Jersey. We continue with Rick Reuther with the classic Fly Me to the Moon.
Fly me to the moon, let me dance among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Why don't you fill my heart with song? Let me sing forevermore, because you are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fly me to the moon, let me dance among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Why don't you fill my heart with song? Let me sing forevermore. Because you are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, in other words, in other words, I love you. I love you.
Fly Me to the Moon, as performed by, once again, Rick Reuther, my second featured artist, continuation from our previous program. And we come to the last and final track from Rick Reuther, the Gershwin's tune of But Not For Me.
They're writing songs of love, but not for me. Lucky stars above, but not for me. With love to lead the way, I found more clouds of gray than any Russian play could guarantee. I was a fool to fall and get that way. Hi-ho, alas, and also lack a day. Although I can't dismiss the memory of her kiss, I guess she's not for me. She's knocking on a door, but not for me. She'll plan a night for 4, but not with me. I know that love's a game. I'm puzzled just the same. Was I the moth or flame? I'm all at sea. It all began so well, but what an end. This is the time a fellow needs a friend. When every happy plot ends with a marriage knot, and there's no knot for me. Although I can't dismiss the memory of her kiss, I guess she's not for me.
Okay, that concludes my second featured artist. We were listening to Rick Reuther from the great state of Michigan, playing some selected tracks from his fabulous CD, Night Music. We'll be hearing more of Rick Reuther in a future broadcast, so make sure that you always listen to my programs, Lounging with Lombardi, with your host, DJ John Lombardi, right from the